Hockey fans, Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs are live and on the air. As we are live here at the Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan, where it is the Northville Mustangs versus Regina Lutheran North United. As Regina is D2, both of these teams are Division II. Regina is number 1 in Division II in first place. They have 15 wins, 8 losses, and 1 tie. On the other side, Northville was able to beat Troy United to get the play-in game to be here today. They are 5-17-0. They were in 6th place in Division II. So Northville already had to win a game back on Thursday to get here today to face Regina, as we are getting ready to go. Both these squads getting warmed up. Northville is in their dark road jerseys with the numbers in orange on the sleeves and on the back, their names in orange on the back, and they have the Northville logo, Mustang logo, on the front. On the other side, Regina is in their whites with the baby blue numbers, Regina in script on the front, the baby blue and dark blue across the middle of the sleeves, and the dark pants with the white helmets. As we are going to get underway, we'll have the national anthem coming up in just a few moments as both these squads get warmed up. We already had a winner as Liggett beat Pioneer 11-0, so they have advanced on the Division I side to Wednesday. Now Regina and Northville trying to make the same thing happen today, as they are about to get going. Good crowd here, as this is the second game in this rink of 4. There are 4 games happening over in Rink 2. I believe the first one of those is wrapping up right about now. So you can find all of them at arborbroadcasting.com if you're taking a look out there, not on the Twitter. If you're looking for your game, you don't see it. It's not the big one. Look down below, and you'll be able to find that if you have multiple games going on. These being Division II, if you see the Division I link, go down and scroll to find the Division II. As we are about to get ready to go, the whistle is blown, everyone getting the pucks put where they need to be, and we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups coming up shortly. As 15 minutes up on the clock, as we should be just underway. 2 more games happening in this rink. This game happening here at noon, then one at 2:30 and one at 2 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock. So come on down. I believe the Rockers and the Gamblers are playing tonight as well. The officials double checking everything. Regina Lutheran North gathered around their goal to the left, all taking a knee. And now the public address announcer Hops on the mic across the way. As we will have the starting lineups here. Trujillo for Northern. Northville coming out. Also coming out is Johnson. Our 14 is Karadimas. And Mavernick. Sorry, just trying to make sure that folks are not standing in front of the broadcast. So coming out is Tom Zach, as well as Hetherington. Trying to take a look. I believe that's going to be Neely Taylor. And also out there is Sheffron. And then between the pipes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem is that's Garrett between the pipes. As it is Regina Lutheran North versus the Northville Mustangs. As Poland going over to the penalty box for some reason, I believe just spot to sit over there. As it is Garrett who skates down to the left for Regina. Now over to the right is Esch. So Mavinek in goal for Northville as that pulled back. In along the near boards. Tipped back over by Johnson. Down the far boards. Back into the neutral zone. Trying to fire it ahead is Trujillo. That all the way back into the Regina zone. Racing ahead with it is DeMartel outside the near circle. DeMartel into the near corner. Firing it out in front. That tipped away. Loose. It goes into the far corner. Trying to pull that back away is Karadimas. Karadimas into the far corner. That bounces outside the near circle. And then coming all the way down. As that puck all the way back. Face off in the Regina zone, 14-20 left to go here in the first. In to take the face off, Connors on one side. On the other side is Barnhart. That puck all the way down into the near corner. That will be icing and head right back into the Regina zone. We're into the Regina zone, excuse me. Yep. 14-13 left to go. Face off in the near face off circle. That pulled all the way into the far corner. Picking it up there is Neely Taylor. Back behind and along the near bar. Into the neutral zone. That fired all the way back as Marks trying to get it outside the near circle. Tipped and that puck brought right back into the Northville zone. Outside the near circle. That grabbed. Trying to pull it down. Fired ahead. Picked up there. As racing head with the Connors. That puck into the neutral zone. Now gathered up, trying to go the other direction with it, is Barnhart. The puck in along the far boards. Now lifted all the way down. Picked up there by Hepler. Hepler into the neutral zone, into the zone. Now racing through into the slot. That knocked away into the far corners. Hepler trying to put a shot on goal. Then all the way back to the blue line. Shot there, deflected and moved out of the way. Good job by the Northville defense as that puck down along the near boards. Gathered up as Wright trying to get it over. That puck right in the slot, poked away as Lewis was right in the slot trying to get to it. Now pulling it the other direction is Jozaki. All right, back behind the Northville goal, trying to poke it away into the far corner. Hepler with it. Hepler outside the far circle. Now that lifted all the way down by Jozaki. As that'll go into the Regina zone. 12:51 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That is to the right. And pulled away to the right of Mavinak. Puck right back behind into the near corner. Tom Zach has it there outside the near circle, trying to fire it away. That tipped all the way back. Grabbed as Northville trying to get it out and pulled back in as Chaffron had it into the near corner. And fired all the way down the ice. Coming ahead with it. Racing down is Johnson. Johnson gains his own in the slot. Shot! And there's a save as that comes all the way back in along the near boards. Racing back to get it. That puck in along the far boards. Northville holds it in. Battle for it there, picked up as coming ahead with it is Chaffron. Chaffron through center. Chaffron gains his own. Chaffron top of the far circle, moves it over to Martel. That puck back into the near corner, trying to pull it away. Collision there as it's in the slot. Shot. Oh, that just missed. As right out in front was Chaffron and just couldn't get it onto the net. Puck outside the far circle coming ahead. There's a shot that just goes wide by Hetherington into the near corner. Tomzak trying to get to it out in front. That comes all the way back to the near point. Shot there as that was moved by, trying to take a look there. I believe that was Poland as it comes all the way back into the near corner. Now that fired all the way down. Champagne, races all the way back to get it. 11:30 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Here comes Regina coming ahead with it. Is Champagne gaining the zone. Champagne high slot. Shot on a glove save. Excellent job by Mavinak to glove that down. 11:16 left to go here in the first between Regina and Lutheran North and Northville Mustangs. Puck underneath the near circle. Brought back behind by Karadimas. Down the far boards. Trying to get it out of the zone. Karadimas held in at the far point by Neely Taylor. Put back in front. Shot at a score. Regina puts it in as they go up 1-0. Trying to advance the scoreboard. And taking a look at who scored. As that looks like that was Hepler on the goal at 11:02. as that puck in along. Fired down the far boards, picked up. Trying to move it back is Hepler. And puck back into the Regina zone. As they try and pull it ahead, Brown trying to knock it down. That puck loose. Coming down on the far side, trying to pick it up is Trujillo. As the puck right at the blue line. Now fired ahead by Laney Taylor. Coming in with it is working Barnhart into the far corner. That puck in along the near boards, trying to pick it up off of the near boards. Grabbed all the way back into the far corner. Racing back to get it is Esch. As that puck back into the neutral zone. Regina resets as they fire it into the near corner. 10-16 left to go here in the first, 1-0. Regina with the lead. They have it in the Northville zone, trying to hold it in at the near point. Trying to fire it back is DeMartel. Puck into the near corner, trying to fire it that off the side of the net. And a save. Good job by Esch to get a glove on it to freeze it. 10:01 left to go here in the first, 1-0. Regina with the lead. Face off in the near face off circle. That to Esch's left. Marvinek. That tipped all the way back, grabbing it. Shaffron has it. Shaffron. That tipped away, pulling it, then fired ahead by Gallen, loose in along the far boards. Trying to dig it out of there. Fire it back deep is Lawing. Down the near boards, back over. Connors trying to knock it away, that loose into the near corner. As Mamanak steers it into the near corner. There's a lost stick as Karadimas gets her stick back. That puck into the neutral zone, a whistle. And there is going to be a penalty at 9:18. It's a legal body check. Into the box. It's a Regina penalty. So Northville on the power play for the next 2 minutes. 9:18 left to go here in the first. Regina has the 1-0 lead. Face off in the far face off circle. Garrett, and back to the left of Garrett. Puck in along the far board. Shaffron trying to get to it. Cruised right back behind as Uchiyama trying to get to it. Fired all the way down the ice. Picked up. Here comes Northville down the near boards. Trying to avoid pressure by Hetherington as they race ahead with it. Making a nifty move is Johnson. Johnson into the near circle. Shot, and Garrett with the save. 8:53 left to go here in the first. 1:36 left to go in the penalty. As that was to DeMartel. As that puck into the near corner, trying to pull it away is Ochiyama. Ochiyama back to the near point. Johnson had it. Now that shot out in front. Trying to get a piece on it. Ochiyama comes all the way back outside the near circle. Puck into the slot, racing over, trying to get to it is Jozaki. Jozaki, top of the far circle, back to the far point, loose, and that fired all the way down the ice. 8:28 left to go here in the first. Northville races back to get it. They're on the power play for 1 minute, 7 seconds more. As that puck lifted all the way back into the Regina zone, gathered up there. Now coming down the near boards. Fired ahead by Shaffron. Picked up down the far boards. Top of the far circle. Now coming in. There's a shot and a glove save. Knocked down. And they score. It was a fantastic initial save by Mavinak, but able to put it in is Regina, and they get a shorthanded goal. And at 8:01. Try and hear who that was. As that's picked up, Hepler has it. As that gathered up, trying to come in is Shafron. Shafron, top of the near circle. Shafron with the shot that got blocked. Good block back out there. Marks puts it in along the far boards. Hetherington trying to pick it up. So Barnhart with the goal. That's Regina's second goal, 2-0. Regina with the lead. That will be icing, and it all the way back into the Northville zone. 7:39 left to go here in the first, 2-0. Regina with the lead, 22 seconds left in the Northville power play. Again, Northville beat Troy United to get here. They are number sixth place in D2. Regina Lutheran North, number 1. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Mavinek's left. Puck all the way back, gathered up, trying to fire it back his right. That knocked down in front, trying to steer it into the near corner was Karadimas. Puck back behind. Karadimas fires it all the way down the far boards. Gathered by Royston. Royston feeds it, and it will go all the way back. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And now Regina is back to full strength. They have it. Shafrock coming over on blue line, down the near board. Shafrock, or excuse me. That was Wright who fires it back deep. Then deflected off the dasher, picked up by Karadimas back behind her own goal, coming down the far boards. Northville slides it all the way down the ice, racing back. Wright into the far corner to get it. Wright pulls it back behind her own goal. Wright stops there. Pressure coming from Trujillo. The puck in along the far boards. Now Hetherington trying to move it out of the zone. Held in, swept back by Gallen into the far corner. Gathered up, back behind. Now ricocheted off the near boards as Regina trying to get it out of the zone. That held in, but pulled coming down the other direction is Neely Taylor. Neely Taylor gains the zone. Neely Taylor, top of the far circle. Neely Taylor comes in, shot, side of the goal. Good save by Mavernack. That puck now into the near corner, pulled away. Northville trying to bring it ahead as racing ahead with it is Johnson over center ice. Johnson comes down into the zone. Offsides the call. 6:17 left to go here in the first. Two to nothing. Regina with the lead here in the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs. Game 2 in this rink, 2 more games happening in this rink. 8 total games here at Big Boy Arena. If you have an opportunity to come on down, there's still a lot of great hockey coming up. That puck back behind, now fired ahead. Picked, and Hepler coming down the far boards over in the neutral zone. Hepler gains his own high slot. Hepler shot that sticked into the near corner by Mavenak. Trying to pull it away. The puck outside the near circle. Battle for it there. Slides into the high slot. Trying to help it along. Northville trying to poke that back. As that was Jozaki with it. There's a shot and a save. Mavenak with an excellent save. Face-off will be to Mavenak's right in that far face-off circle. In to take the face-off is Barnhart. On the other side, I believe that was Martin. That shot all the way back, high slot, shot there by Champagne, knocked down, loose into the near corner. Trying to pull it away, battle out in front, then comes right back behind the goal. And here comes Northville down the near boards. Northville trying to feed it ahead as that lifted all the way back. Grabbing it back there is Connors, now lifted right back in. Backhanding it, trying to get it out is Karadimas, now down the far boards through the neutral zone. Regina gets it right at their own blue line, feeding ahead is Champagne, now coming in with it. Racing over is Barnhart. Barnhart, that deflected into the near corner. Now Marks has it back behind her own goal. Marks into the far corner. Barnhart back over there as that puck comes back to the far point. Sheffron firing it back deep into the near corner. Regina with it outside the near circle. Puck, top of the far circle. Now here comes Northville trying to get it out. Connors racing back to try and get to it. Now that banked off of the near boards. Deflected. Karadimas trying to pull it off of the near circle in her own zone. There's a shot by DeMartel and a save by Mavenak. 4:30 left to go here in the first, 2-0. Regina in the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. As that's going to be DeMartel on one side. believe that was Johnson on the other, Connors on the other side. Official just right in the way. That pulled outside the near circle. Connors trying to get to it. That put right back behind the Northville goal. Here comes Jazaki. Jazaki down the far boards. Picked up back behind by Marks. Now loose on the far circle, trying to get a fire. Tomzak at it. That goes right back behind the Northville goal. Coming in along the near boards. Puck into the neutral zone and fired all the way back deep. Icing waved off, picked up back behind. Regina coming down the near boards, held in at the near point, trying to poke it away. And will be a whistle and offsides. .348 left to go here in the first, 2-0. Regina with the lead, face-off in the near face-off circle. As Meyer in to take the face-off for Northville. That goes all the way down the far boards. Hepler trying to race back to get it. Grabbed in the far corner. Trying to tip it away. Working back there was Little. Into the near corner it goes. Racing back to get it. Trying to fire it out in front is right. That puck down in along the near boards back into the Regina zone. Back to get it. Right has it. Back behind her own goal line. Down the near boards. Coming ahead with it. Tipped away as Laney Taylor goes down to a knee. Pops back up. Now coming ahead. Here comes Karadimas. Karadimas gains his own. Karadimas. Top of the far circle. That knocked down. Banked off the far boards. All the way back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it is Gallen. Gallen has it in her own zone. 2:57 left to go. Gallen feeds it in front. That intercepted right in the neutral zone. Fired back. Trying to put it back deep as Barnhart, but that offsides. 2:51 left to go here in the first. 2-0, Regina with the lead. Whoop. Try and get that scoreboard update. Doesn't look like it updated with the last goal. There we go. See if that'll work. That puck back down and along the end boards, pulling it ahead. Here comes Regina. As racing ahead with it is Sheffron. Sheffron, top of the near circle. Sheffron with a shot and she scores. Sneaks it in the far post. And that makes it 3-0. Sheffron with the Regina goal. And 2:35 and Regina Lutheran North has a 3-goal lead. Two minutes, 35 seconds left to go in the first here in the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs. We had the opening round on Thursday. Now 8 games today as that puck back in the Northville zone. Trying to bring the head down the far boards. Racing ahead to try and get it back there is Royston. Now that puck right back into the Northville zone. Picking it up back behind. Royston has it. Knocked down and underneath the near circle. Trying to deflect it off the near boards. That puck into the near corner. As Marks has it, trying to move it around. Hetherington had it, but there's a whistle in the near corner. 2 minutes left to go here in the first. 3-0, Regina with the lead. Penalty upcoming. And with 2 minutes left to go. Cross-check the call. As into the box. Into the box goes Tomzak. Northville with their second power play. Regina was able to get a shorthanded goal on the last power play. Connors in to take the face-off. That puck back behind. Grabbed by Sheffron. Sheffron underneath the far circle. Sheffron feeds it down the near boards. That ricochets back. Racing ahead, trying to get to it is DeMartel outside the near circle. Well, battle for it outside the near circle. Comes back to the near point as Hetherington with the shot and a shorthanded goal. Regina makes it 4-0. As that was Hetherington on the goal. That at 1:40. 4-0. Regina with the lead. Connors has it down the far boards for Northville. Connors trying to feed it ahead over to Uchiyama. That puck right back into the neutral zone. Picked up there, now coming ahead with it. Here comes Johnson. Johnson into the zone, into the slot. Johnson with a shot. And a save by Garrett. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go in the first. 1:21 left to go in the power play to Northville. So they do indeed give Hetherington the shorthanded goal. Connors again to take the face-off, battling in along the near boards, trying to get it over to Uchiyama. That puck all the way back into the Northville zone. Gathered up back there. Now Karadimas coming down the far boards. As that puck ricochets off the near boards of the neutral zone. Back trying to pull it right. Chases it in along the near boards. That put right back into the Northville zone. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Johnson. Johnson down the near boards. And tipped, and there will be a whistle there with 52.8 seconds left to go. 53 seconds left in the power play. As high stick the call. As looks like Johnson goes into the box, so 4-on-4, and with 52.8 seconds left to go, Northville penalty to Johnson. So 4-on-4 hockey for the remainder of this period. And then Regina will have their first power play headed into the second. Back, Sheffron brings it ahead. Sheffron over the blue line. Sheffron into the slot. Sheffron coming up. That shot got knocked down in along the near boards. Northville backhands it all the way back to the blue line. Gathered up there by Wright. Wright coming down the near boards. Wright makes it over. Wright, top of the near circle. Wright with the shot that just goes over the crossbar into the far corner. Gathering up there is Hepler. Hepler trying to weave through traffic. Good defense by Northville to knock it down. That fired all the way back. Slips back into the neutral zone. 15 seconds left to go in the first. 13 seconds left to go in the first in 4-on-4 hockey. Now racing ahead. Wright has it. Wright gains the Northville zone. Top of the far circle. Excellent defense. Poked away back there. Fired all the way back by Little. As that goes back into the Regina zone. And that will do it for the first. At the end of one, it is 4-0. Regina with the lead. As taking a look at what happened there. At 11:02 in the first, it was Hepler with a goal for Regina. Then at 9:18, it was a Regina penalty as DeMartel went off for a legal body check. Then at 8:01, Regina scored as that was Barnhart with the goal. Then at 2:35, another Regina goal as that was Sheffron with the goal. At 2 minutes left, it was a Regina penalty as Tomzak went off for a cross check. Then at 1:40, it was a shorthanded goal by Regina as Hetherington put it in. Then with 52.8 seconds left to go, Northville penalty. That one to Johnson for high sticking, and that's where we stand. Is there's a 1 minute 8 second power play for Regina as we head into the second. As they're playing the good old hockey game here. Good crowd by both of these teams. And whole extended families here rooting on, and we love to see it. Lots of folks cheering on and watching these playoffs. Again, you have 2 more games in this rink after this one, and one going on, should have started right about now on the other rink. So we're midway through the second one there. 15 minutes up on the clock as we're getting ready to go. Again, Regina has the power play for 1 minute 8 seconds, 14:57 left to go here in the second. 4-0 Regina with the lead, coming in with it. DeMartel with it out in front as that comes into the near corner. DeMartel has it outside the near circle, centering it up backhanded. Shot that got knocked down, fired ahead as and moved all the way over by Karadimas. Puck back behind, gathered up there by Hetherington. Hetherington moves it outside of the far circle, racing over to try and get it is Trujillo. Trujillo trying to move it out of the zone. That held in is coming back. Loose. Ooh, that slips back into the slot. Coming in, there's a shot and a save as DeMartel took a shot and a great save by Mavanak. Puck right at the near point. Northville racing over, trying to get to it is Trujillo, holding it in or moving it over. It's Northville trying to get it out of the zone. Now down the near boards, racing ahead with it. That knocked away, is trying to come ahead with it was Roystone. Now Roystone gets it into the Regina zone. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Now Northville back in full strength as Johnson trying to knock it away. That comes back to the defensive pairing, knocked down, trying to race in. Hetherington trying to get to it. That's sticked away by Mavanak. Back behind into the far corner. Tomczak trying to get to it. Northville sends it all the way down the rink, and that will be icing and head back into the Northville zone. 13:32 left to go here in the second, 4-0. Regina with the lead. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That is the Mavanak's left. Looks like it's going to be Barnhart in there versus Connors. That puck into the far corner. Trying to dig it out. Johnson fires it back to the far point, but that held in by Wright. Wright trying to feed it. Now racing ahead. Here comes Northville. Northville racing. Here comes Johnson. Johnson gains the zone in along the near boards. Johnson into the near corner. Johnson trying to move it back. Trying to get it back over to Jozaki. Back to the near point. Now lifted all the way back. Here comes Regina. As Regina has it poked away, but Barnhart with it. There's a shot. Deflected back in along the near boards. As they get it back to Shaffron at the near point, that skips past all the way back into the Regina zone. Shaffron has it back behind her own goal, trying to avoid pressure by Connors. That puck in along the far boards, now gathered up there, bringing it ahead. That's Lewis who puts it in. Right back to the near point, now fired back out by Jozaki. And Regina sets up back at their own blue line. They fire it back deep. That will be icing, as no one could get a stick on it. Fired from the wrong side of center ice. That will come all the way back into the Regina zone. 12:35 left to go here in the second. 4-0. Regina with the lead. Regina Lutheran North, the number 1 seed in Division 2. Northville, the number 6 seed. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That's going to be over to the left of Garrett. Is that Connors again? I believe that's Marks actually taking the face-off. No, that's Connors. Shot, and Garrett with the save. So occasionally those jerseys get tucked in from behind and make it hard to read. That is Connors. Connors in to take the face-off again on the other side. Barnhart. Excuse me, that was DeMartel. That puck all the way in along the near boards. Racing back, trying to get to it. Hetherington trying to pull it. That outside the near circle. And back to the near point. Northville trying to get it back into the neutral zone. That right back into the Regina zone. Moved ahead by Ash. Pulled in. Now coming. Shot from the far circle. Saved by Mavanak. Puck outside the near circle now. As Northville feeds it all the way down the ice. That'll go just to the right of Garrett. That will be icing and head back into the Northville end. 12 minutes up on the clock. 4-0. Regina with the lead here in the second. Northville would love to get a goal here, trying to stop the momentum. Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. That right to Mavanak's right. As that's going to be Trujillo versus Barnhart. That puck in along the end boards. Johnson trying to move it in along the near boards. Loose outside the near circle. Battle for it. That comes right back. Deflects into the slot. Moved back in along the far boards. Now gathered up. Regina with the shot top of the far circle into the near corner with it. Trying to pull it away. Back Trujillo outside the near circle. Back to the near point. Hepler holds it in. Loose into the slot. Grab now swept by Connors all the way back into the Regina zone. They set up shop there. Deflected down the far boards. Intercepted. Johnson gains the zone. Johnson, top of the far circle. Shot. That knocked away by Garrett into the far corner as Neely Taylor moves it outside the far circle. Here comes Regina. Over their own blue line, coming down with it, racing ahead. Coming into the zone is Champagne outside the far circle. Champagne, that shot gets deflected into the far corner. Back to the far point, held in there by Barnhart. Puck right back behind. Laney Taylor trying to get to it. Trying to dig it out of the near corner. Now Northville has it outside the near circle. Sent back into the neutral zone, racing back, trying to get to it is Neely Taylor. Has it back behind her own goal. Neely Taylor coming down the far boards. Back to the far point, tipped there, now held in. Good job is trying to sweep it back is Martin in Northville, but now taken ahead. Here comes Regina. There's a shot that goes just wide by Champagne into the far corner. Northville trying to move it around. That slips right past the far point. Champagne races back to get it in a foot race. That grab, shot on goal. Excellent foot race back there trying to get to it. Knocked down, loose. Now Trujillo, top of the far circle. Trujillo, shot got blocked back there by Neely Taylor. Now top of the far circle. That slips past the blue line all the way back deep into the Northville zone. Icing waved off, grabbed up. Karadimas has it back behind her own goal. Feeds it down the far boards. Puck right at the far point. Regina holds it in. Now loose. Coming in as a shot by Shaffron, and there's a hooking call. So tripping call here at 9:48. Regina penalty. As in for tripping is Tomzak. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Garrett's left. Connors in to take the face-off. That comes back behind into the near corner. Hetherington trying to get it there. Now that pulled back by Neely Taylor. Top of the far circle shot. Knocked down. Garrett with the save. 9:25 left to go here in the second. 1:43 left to go here in the Northville power play. 4-0. Regina with the lead. Looks like Shaffron's going to take the face-off. No, excuse me, that's going to be DeMartel on the face-off versus Connors. That puck and along the end boards. Connors trying to feed it through, battle for it into the near corner, trying to dig it out of there. DeMartel trying to pull that away as it goes right back behind. Now Neely Taylor with it, trying to get it out of the zone. Pump back to the blue line, but good job to hold it in there by Johnson. The puck deflected back into the neutral zone. Racing, trying to move it over was Karadimas. Now intercepted, coming ahead with it into the zone. Shot and a good save by Mamanak. Back behind, pressure by Neely Taylor. Puck outside the far circle. Now held in. Shaffron, that slips back behind as Regina will have to touch up. They put it back into the Northville zone. Gathered up there by Trujillo, trying to move it. That puck all the way down the ice. Shaffron chases it back. She picks it up, goes back into the far corner. 45 seconds left to go. In the Northville power play, that cleared all the way down the ice. 8:22 left to go here in the second, 4-0. Regina with the lead down the near boards. Here comes Hetherington. Hetherington had it knocked back. As here comes Northville. Northville over their own blue line, coming ahead, Johnson. Johnson moves in, gains the zone. Johnson, that tip back as Northville will have to touch up as that entry was delayed just on the blue line. So they avoid a delayed offside. Johnson quickly ahead, trying to ricochet it over. That will be knocked down and comes all the way back to the blue line, in along the near boards. Brought it ahead, Gallion. Gallion gets it back into the zone, pulled down the far board. Shaffron with it. Shaffron gains the zone, top of the far circle. Shot there, outside into the near corner. Hepler with it there. Hepler and along the near boards. Trying to keep it at the near point was Norbeck. And puck outside the near circle in the Northville zone. 7:22. Going here in the second. The puck outside the near circle. Battling for it there. Karadimas tries to pull it out. Now racing ahead with it. Coming in Karadimas into the high slot. That tipped away. Good defense. Racing ahead. Here comes a breakaway for Regina coming in. Hepler moves it back, trying to get it to the trailer, and the puck wouldn't settle down. All the way back. Neely Taylor has it in the neutral zone. Feeds it ahead. And deflects off the board and into the near corner. Pulling it there is Marks. Marks down the near boards. Northville trying to get it out of the zone. 6:43 left to go. Hepler trying to pull it away. Now grabbed. Coming in is Lewis. Lewis top of the far circle. Now underneath the far circle into the far corner. Lewis trying to get to it. Whistle there. Slashing the call at 6:31. As that is a Northville penalty. Into the box goes Marks for slashing. Oh, Regina on the power play for the next 2 minutes. 6:31 left to go here in the second. 4-1 is the score. Face off in the far face off circle. Barnhart trying to win it. That top of the near circle. Shot there by DeMartell. Saved by Mavinak. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Mavinak's right. In to take the face-off is Barnhart. On the other side is going to be Trujillo. That right out in front, pulled away, and good job by the Northville defense to clear it all the way down the ice. Garrett pokes it right back behind now. Shaffron races back to get it. Shaffron underneath the far circle. Shaffron moves it over. Now coming ahead with it is DeMartell. DeMartell over own blue line, over center ice. DeMartell gains his own. DeMartell top of the far circle. DeMartell trying to squeeze in front. Shot it. And a goal. DeMartell scores. As came right off Mavinak, tried to get a piece of it, but DeMartell able to put it in. And that makes it 5-0. That at 5:59. So it was DeMartell on the power play goal. Coming in with it, here comes Barnhart. Barnhart trying to squeeze in front, backhanded shot into goal. Barnhart able to put it in, and now that makes it 6-0. Regina with the lead. So Barnhart with the goal, Regina goal. That at 5:45. Penalty still up on the board. That should have expired. It wasn't a major penalty, so it wasn't non-releasable. That tips back, gathered and fired ahead by Martin. Knocked down. Now there's a shot. Saved by Mavinak. Comes back behind. Trying to pull it is Hepler outside the near circle. Battle for it there. As that comes back to the near point. Held in by Regina, racing back behind. As that's Laney Taylor outside the near circle. Puck deflects back. Grabbed, fired back over. So Barnhart indeed the goal scorer. That is her second goal of the game. Right out in front of Mavinak with the save. 5 minutes left to go here in the second. 6-0 is the lead by Regina. Northville trying to get a goal here, trying to get a little momentum going their way as Regina wants to get 2 more goals in the next 5 minutes and not have to worry about the third. There is a 8-goal differential at any point in time in the third, and is over even if it's just the beginning of the third. Coming in along the near boards. Northville has it. Northville coming down the near boards, trying to feed it out of the zone. And lift it all the way back. Now coming in with it, Hetherington at her own blue line, trying to squeeze through traffic. Hetherington right at center. That pulled the other direction by Jazaki. Jazaki And all the way back. Now Johnson has it at her own blue line. Fired all the way back deep. Jazaki has it back behind her own goal, going from the far side to the near side. Jazaki in along the near boards. Jazaki trying to move it around that puck. Back into the near corner. Johnson has it back behind her own goal, feeding it from the near side to the far side. Johnson trying to get it over as Uchiyama had it, now outside the near circle. Here comes Northville, racing ahead with it is Johnson. Johnson has wheels, gains his own, top of the far circle, into the slot. Johnson, backhanded shot, saved by Garrett. That deflects back behind as coming ahead with it. Neely Taylor coming down outside the far circle. And puck back, right back behind the Regina goal into the near corner. Trying to pull that away back there. Uchiyama with it. Now also back there, Neely Taylor trying to dig it out of that corner. That puck right back behind the goal. Neely Taylor has it underneath the far circle of her own zone. 3:42 left to go. Tripping the call. That at 3:40. As that's going to be a Regina penalty. Didn't catch the number before she went into the box. We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard and let you know. There we go. All righty. Into the box.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about me. Back here.
As that puck back. Okay, that must have been a penalty on Garrett, but she stays in, so someone else has to have and sit for that penalty. I think that was Bamford who ended up going in. Regina has it in the Northville zone. So penalty on the goalkeeper, but they don't have to serve the penalty. Now racing ahead with it. Uchiyama has it down in along the near boards. Poked back, trying to dig it out. It comes into the Regina's zone. Racing back, Uchiyama trying to get it outside the near circle. That comes right back into the neutral zone. Regina trying to dig it ahead as Hepler had it. Now Connors back there, comes all the way to the blue line. Racing ahead with it over center. Coming down, Regina with it. There's a shot from the far circle, deflected, good save by Mavanak outside the near circle. 1 minute, 7 seconds left on the power play to Northville. That puck comes all the way back into the near corner, now bringing it ahead. Here comes Regina. As racing ahead with it is DeMartel. DeMartel into the slot. DeMartel onto the far circle, shot! And that is a goal. No, excuse me, save. Forgive me. I thought that slipped past, but a very, very good job by Mavanak to get it in the glove. That's going to be a face-off in the far face-off circle. Mavanak has been under a lot of pressure, but made a number of good saves so far. That puck all the way back into the neutral zone, racing back to get it. Here comes Neely Taylor at the blue line. Neely Taylor coming down the near boards. That ricochets off into the Northville zone, sitting on the blue line, now racing in. Here comes a shot, and it deflects off as Hetherington trying to get it to the far side of the goal. Battle for it back there. Johnson has it in the far corner. Johnson bringing it ahead. Johnson down the far boards, trying to sneak past Shaffron. That puck. Johnson bringing it ahead through center. Johnson gains the zone. 20 seconds left in the Northville power play. That's stopped by Garrett into the far corner. Now Hetherington has it down. Shot from the top of the far circle. Another save by Garrett. 1 minute, 49 seconds left to go here in the second. 10 seconds left on the Northville power play. 6-0, Regina with the lead.
I had to think for a second. I'm like, it's in here somewhere.
As that in underneath the far circle. Sent around by Shaffron outside the far circle. Now that shot, top of the far circle. Moved back, held in at the far point. Good job by Karadimas to hold it in. Loose out in front, and Garrett the save. .134 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Jazaki in to take the face-off. Or excuse me, no, that is Meyer in to take the face-off for Northville. Hetherington on the other side. As that into the far corner, trying to fire it back is right. That list right back behind. And moved all the way down outside the far circle. Sent back Into the far corner by Karadimas. Battle for it. Karadimas shot. That deflects on the far circle. Now here comes Regina. Regina has it. Regina coming in as DeMartell, top of the far circle. Now that comes outside the near circle. Northville trying to get it out of the zone. Northville right at the near point. That slips all the way back. Johnson off the back of the net. Now that fired all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head back into the Northville zone. 55.1 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 6-0. Regina with the lead. Face off in the near face off circle. That to Mavinak's right. As Barnhart in to take the face off, trying to get it the other side is Trujillo. Right back behind, Karadimas fires it down the far boards. Held in at the far point by Wright. Puck top of the near circle, now bringing it ahead. Here comes Johnson. Johnson for Northville, over center. Johnson gains his own. Johnson, top of the far circle, shot there, and deflects back behind, grabbing it. There's another shot, that one by Trujillo. Good save by Garrett. All the way back into the Northville zone. 26 seconds left to go. Pulled back. Johnson has it in front of her own goal. Now Johnson outside the near circle, trying to move it ahead. Tipped, trying to hold it in was Barnhart. Wouldn't happen now. Regina touches up now into the far corner. Outside the far circle, Barnhart centering attempt. Oh, that just tipped off of Bamford's stick out in front, and a save by Mavinak. 5.6 seconds left to go here in the second, as it is Regina 6, Northville nothing. In along the near boards, Barnhart wins it back, top of the near circle. That knockdown, good block by Northville, and that will do it. At the end of 2, it is 6-0. As we will have an ice resurfacing, and then we'll be back right for the third. As it started off at 9:48, it was a Regina penalty. That one was to Tom Zach for tripping. Then at 6:31, it was a Northville penalty as Marks went off for slashing. Then at 5:59, it was a Regina goal. That one by DeMartell. That was her first goal. Then at 5:45, it was a goal by Barnhart. And that was her second goal of the game. At 3:40, it was a tripping call to Regina. That one was to Garrett. And that's where we stand. So we'll play a little bit of music, and we'll be right back for your third period action. You're watching the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. We are live at Big Boy Arena for the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs, and it is Regina Lutheran North versus the Northville Mustangs. Regina Lutheran North has the 6-0 lead heading into the third. Again, if at any point in time the goal differential becomes 8 or more, the game will be over, as that is the mercy rule, just so you know. In case that happens, of course, Northville hoping to get a couple goals of their own and keep it going all the way through the third. Regina probably wants to get a couple goals, get this salted away, and keep their fans happy. Good crowd out here for this game, number of folks here, and 2 games going on, 15 minutes offset in Rink 1 and Rink 3. We have at least 4 more games coming after this, 2 in this rink, 2 in Rink 3. So if you're thinking about coming down, watching some hockey, we'd love to see you here. Formerly Fraser's Hockey Land, now Big Boy Arena. It's Barnhart. Looks like she's in to take the face off. Esch to her left. Looks like Lainey Taylor to her right. Now in on the other side is Connors. That puck all the way back, gathered up. Now fired ahead by Trujillo down the far boards as Karadimas gets it all the way back into the Regina end. Intercepted coming in. There's a shot covered up by Garrett as Ochiyama had it right out in front of the slot. Good opportunity for Northville, even better save by Garrett. 14:46 left to go here in the third. So I already have the teams for our next game, Grosse Pointe North versus St. Mary's SCA. Connors in to take the face-off in the near face-off circle in the Regina zone. As that puck in along the near boards. Back to the near point, held in there by Johnson. Now Johnson trying to keep it in, the puck right at the near point, now fed all the way back. In along the near boards. Fired and all the way back into the Northville zone, racing back to get it, and into the far corner. Karadimas sweeps it right back behind her own goal, in along the near boards. Battle for it outside the near circle, that's sent into the neutral zone, racing back all the way to get it is right, back behind her own goal. Pressure coming by Uchiyama. That puck back in along the near boards. Now held in, coming in. There's a shot. Garrett steers it away a little with the shot. That puck outside the far circle, coming ahead with it. Barnhart moves it all the way down the ice. Icing waved off, racing back to get it into the near corner. And pulled all the way around by Northville. So that puck will slip to the far point. Held in there by Neely Taylor. Neely Taylor with the shot. That out in front. All the way back over. Now, centering attempt gets knocked down back over there by Barnhart. All the way back to the far point, held in by Neely Taylor there. Neely Taylor puts it top of the far circle. And moved over in along the near boards. Gathered up there, trying to get it out of the zone is Martin. That comes back. Battle for it. Picked up back deep. Here comes Northville. Northville making a move through the neutral zone. Tip there, trying to hold it in at the near point. As now it slips back into the neutral zone. Gathered up. Firing it back deep is Neely Taylor. The puck steered into the near corner. Neely Taylor back behind the goal. Neely Taylor back at it to them, down in front. And a save by Mavanak. 12:59 left to go here in the third. 6-0. Regina with the lead. Face off in the near face off circle. That to Mavanak's left. Hepler in to take the face off. Trujillo on the other side. That Dak into the neutral zone. Steering it back away is DeMartel. DeMartel coming down the far boards. DeMartel, top of the far circle coming in. DeMartel with a shot, and that just went wide. Trying to get it off the side of the net. Picked up by Johnson for Northville. Johnson in along the far boards. Johnson bringing it ahead. Steers it right to the blue line. That swept back into the neutral zone. Controlled by Regina. Coming down the near boards is Shafron. Shafron at her own blue line. Feeds it ahead. And trying to bring it in was Tomzak, knocked down. As coming into the zone, Regina has it, top of their own circle. Now racing back, Tomzik to try and get to it. Johnson trying to pull it in for Northville. Johnson back to center ice. Johnson in along the near boards. Brought in by Northville. Northville, top of the near circle. And deflected away. And through the neutral zone. Tipped back. Battle for right at the blue line. Now picked up, fired ahead. Here comes Safran. Safran with a shot save by Mavanek. Safran came in, took a good shot, high slot. Mavanek with a good save. 11:50 left to go here in the third, 6-0. Regina with the lead. Northville trying to get the next goal, trying to get momentum going their way. Into the slot, that moved back. There's a good shot into the near corner by Northville. Hetherington trying to get it outside the near circle, back to the near point. As that's held in, fired by Safran into the near corner, pulled back behind by Northville, right back behind their own goal. Pinned back there, Lewis trying to pull it away, the puck into the far corner. Now held in, high slot coming in. There's a shot and a save by Mavanek as Lewis with a blast from the high slot. Mavanek with the save. 11:21 left to go here in the third, 6-0. Regina with the lead. If you're looking for the Plymouth Canton Salem game, that is going to be on the. If you look down, it's on the other rink. So look on the player, look down towards the bottom. Coming in, there's a shot that got deflected. Good deflection by Northville as they get it back to the near point and feed it all the way back into the neutral zone. And fired ahead by Neely Taylor all the way back deep into the Northville zone. Gathered up there, coming down the near boards. Northville trying to get it out of their own zone, pulled ahead as that was Marks who tried to get it out. Still battling with it right at the near point. Marks pokes that as they'll come back in along the near boards. Now fired ahead, tipped Northville. Gets it deep into the Regina zone. Gathered up there by Hetherington back behind her own goal. Hetherington into the near corner. Northville trying to feed it to Connors on the near circle. Puck wouldn't settle down. Now brought out into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Neely Taylor. Neely Taylor coming in. Neely Taylor as there's a shot and a good save as Mavanek got it right out in front. Mavanek freezes the puck. 10:22 left to go here in the third. Following this game at 2 o'clock, we will have Grosse Pointe North versus St. Mary's SCA. Face-off will be to Mavanek's right in the far face-off circle. Barnhart in to take the face-off. I believe that's Trujillo on the other side. High slot. There's a shot. Saved by Mavanek. Still loose, and it goes in. As Mavanek tried to get to it and got a piece of it, slowed it up, but it slipped back and able to poke it in. As trying to get that, as that looks like that was Hudson with the goal. Big round of applause for Hudson. That at 10:15. Regina goal, excuse me. Seven to nothing here in the third. One more unanswered Regina goal. And that will be the end of the game. Northville focus, trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Trujillo taking the face off the puck and along the near boards. Racing back to get it outside the near circle. And deflected all the way back to the blue line. Now here comes Northville bringing it ahead. Puck loose, trying to get to it, chipped away. Still trying to battle back there was Royce Stone. Now coming ahead the other direction. And knocked away from Karadimas. Here it comes. Coming in is that top Barnhart with a shot that got deflected back there as Johnson getting in the way of it. Puck into the far corner. Now Barnhart centering attempt. Knocked down by Mavanek, back behind, racing over trying to get to it was Laney Taylor. Puck outside the near circle, 7-0. 9:36 left to go. Regina with the lead. Puck all the way back. Neely Taylor has it underneath the near circle. Neely Taylor banks it off the near boards. As Northville trying to keep it in, that puck brought ahead. Here comes Barnhart. Barnhart over center. Barnhart trying to get around Karadimas. Barnhart coming in. Barnhart with the shot and a save by Mavanek. as there is some there's some physicality out in front of the net. One of the Regina players came down on Mavinik. I don't know if they tripped or lost their footing or not, and exception taken to that. So Neely Taylor goes off. Johnson, I believe that's Johnson, goes off. That at 9:14. The officials trying to let things cool down, let cooler heads prevail. 5-on-5, so offsetting penalties. So remains 5-on-5. Puck into the far corner now, outside the near circle in the Northville zone. 7-0, Regina with the lead. Puck into the near corner, trying to pull it around. That's Jozaki had it, now into the far corner. Karadimas with it there. Karadimas goes back behind her own goal, feeding it in along the near boards. Battle for it outside the near circle. Comes right back in along the end boards. Karadimas has it back underneath the far circle. That's swept ahead, loose, top of the far circle. Karadimas still with it over her own blue line. Karadimas coming up ahead. That poked away right at center ice. She sweeps it back deep into the Regina zone. Gathering it up outside the near circle. Puck played back by Wright. Wright trying to move it ahead. Centering attempt, that comes all the way over. Sheffron coming down the far board. Sheffron over her own blue line. Sheffron over center ice. Sheffron gains the Northville zone. Sheffron poked away. Good defense back there by Trujillo to get it into the near corner. 8:19 left to go. As that puck brought ahead by Northville, intercepted, racing ahead with it. Gaining the zone is Barnhart. Barnhart goes down. That will be a tripping call at 8:05. Tripping the call. There's Northville penalty.
I'm kind of locked up. I can only stay like 9 extra months because the contract.
As into the box goes Karadimas. So as we get going here, face-off in the near face-off circle. Hepler in to take the face-off. That puck outside the near circle, coming ahead into the near corner with it. Northville trying to move it along. That tipped out in front. Now that goes all the way over. Gathering it up. Gallen trying to move it ahead. That cleared all the way down the ice. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go in the penalty to Northville. 7:42 left to go here in the third. 7-0. Regina with the lead coming in. Sheffron with the shot. That got blocked into the near corner. Racing back over to get it. Gallen trying to pull it from back behind the puck outside the far circle. As losing an edge there. That fired and cleared all the way down the ice. And back to get it is Wright back behind her own goal. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the power play to Regina. Wright coming down the near boards through center ice. Wright gains the zone. Wright, top of the near circle. Shot. Saved by Mavinik. 7:08 left to go here in the third. 1:04 left in the power play to Regina. Face-off will be in the Northville zone. In the near face-off circle, that to Mavinik's left. Hetherington in to take the face-off. In along the near boards, Roystone on the other side. The puck outside the near circle. Now that comes back behind, controlled by Northville. As they move it ahead, Uchiyama trying to get to it. It's sent right back behind the goal. Now down the far boards, held in at the far point by DeMartel. DeSmartel has it back behind. Puck loose, top. Regina trying to get to it. DeSmartel with a shot. And outside the near circle, deflected by Northville. Battle for it back behind. Uchiyama trying to get to it. Then rimmed all the way back to the far point. As Norbeck holds it in there. Norbeck with a bouncing shot into the near corner. 6:24 left to go here in the third. 18 seconds left in the Regina power play. That puck cleared all the way down the ice. Racing back to get it is Norbeck. Norbeck goes right back behind. or excuse me, Champaign, forgive me. Champaign right back behind. Now coming up with it. Racing in, trying to tip it away back there. Puck right at center ice, now top of the far circle. Marks brings it ahead. Marks out into the neutral zone. Battle for it right in front of the penalty benches. Controlled now, coming back in. There's a shot by Regina into the near corner, as that was Laney Taylor with it. The puck deflects off the far boards, now swept back to the far point by Connor. Held back in by Regina as that goes right back behind the goal. Racing back to get it is Gallen, back behind her own goal, out in front, and Mavnik with the save. Back to full strength. .5:30 left to go here in the third, 7-0. Regina with the lead. Face off in the Northville zone. As Barnhart in to take the face off. Trying to get it away from Connors. Connors brings ahead for Northville to the blue line. Held in there, coming in. Chaffron with the blast. That goes wide to the far side. All the way back out into the neutral zone. Barnhart has it at her own blue line. Barnhart slips back, trying to fire it ahead. Now Chaffron brings it down the near board. Chaffron. Now they have to reset as Regina will fire it in. Chaffron puts it into the far corner. Racing back to get it is Tomzak. Tomzak. And knocked away. Northville clears it all the way back. That tipped. 4:55 left to go. Chaffron back to get it. Back behind her own goal. Chaffron coming down the near sides. Pressure back there as Connors was trying to make it difficult to leave the zone. Chaffron into the zone. That stick by Mavnik back behind the goal. Gathered up there. Gallen coming down the far boards. Gallen gets it to the far point. That back into the neutral zone. Here comes Northville. 2-on-2 coming in. Connors with a shot. Saved by Garrett. 4:29 left to go. Here in the third, 7-0. Regina with the lead. Face off in the Regina zone. Dat to Garrett's right. Trujillo in to take the face off for Northville. That puck right back to the near point. Johnson with the shot. That deflects out in front, bringing it over is Desmartel coming down the far side. Desmartel feeds it ahead. That into the Northville zone. A penalty upcoming. At 4:15. I believe that's a tripping call, but let's verify that. Interference, holding. So that at 4:15, Regina back on the power play. Northville penalty at Desmartel for holding or interference. Face off in the far face off circle. That to Mavnik's right. As waiting to get the power play up on the board. They're just looking to get the 2 minutes up there. Nope, they'll drop it. So they'll go to 2:15 there. As that's fired all the way back. In along the near boards, coming up with it. Here comes Northville. They get it back into the neutral zone. Battle for it right at the near blue line and right in front. Trying to pull it away right in front of the Northville, right in front of the Regina bench. Now, Desmartel has it. Desmartel over on blue line. Desmartel over center. Desmartel gains the zone. Desmartel outside the near circle. Desmartel trying to make her way in. That tipped away into the near corner. Battle for it is Lewis outside the near circle. 3:35 left to go here in the third, bringing it ahead, coming in, Karadimas has it, knocked away, Hepler coming the other direction, Hepler, it's held up, Johnson ricochets it off the near boards, and puck down, 3:20 left to go here in the third, as that puck fired right back in, Johnson trying to fire it back deep, that went off of a Regina skate, picked up, coming down the far boards, Barnhart trying to fire it ahead. That lifted all the way back to the blue line. Karadimas with it there. Karadimas over to Johnson down the near boards. 3:03 left to go. 7-0. Regina with the lead. As Johnson gets it, that knocked away right back into the Northville zone. Racing back to get it. Karadimas underneath the far circle. Karadimas firing it ahead. Johnson has it. Intercepted. Coming in. There's a shot that just went wide as Lewis trying to end the game. The puck into the near corner. 2:40 left to go here. As that puck outside the near circle. Now that slips all the way back to the Regina blue line. Gathered up there. Fed ahead by Wright. Goes all the way back behind. That's going to be icing. That'll head back into the Regina zone with 2:27 left to go. I believe 12 seconds left on that power play, as it ended up being, they ended up getting 10 minutes up on the board. I don't think it was a game misconduct there. It's typically what you get, 10-minute call for, or a game. And now taking the face-off, Meyer for Northville in along the near board. Hetherington puts it back. Trying to pull it away. And held in, coming in. There's a blast. Save by Garrett. As a good opportunity. Marks taking a shot. 2:12 left to go here in the third, 7-0. Northville trying to get a goal, trying to keep this game going. And pull back behind and along the far boards. Now Regina gets it out, racing back, trying to get it as Marks. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Hetherington. Hetherington into the far corner. Stops there. Put right back behind the goal, covered up by Mavinik. 1:52 left to go. Here in the third, 7-0. Regina with the lead here in the Michigan Girls High School Hockey League playoffs. Here from Big Boy Arena. We appreciate you being here and watching when you can't be here. 4 more games today, then 4 games on, I believe that's Wednesday. And then a week from today, the state championships, Division II at 10 o'clock at USA Hockey Arena. And then 2 o'clock for the D1. Gathered up by Northville coming down the near boards. Northville feeds it all the way back, as that'll be cleared, and that'll be icing as the penalty had expired. And these scoreboards are not easy to operate, and you got volunteers doing it, so we appreciate everyone who's working hard to make this playoffs happen. Lots of work behind the scenes and lots of volunteers. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Mavinik's left. 1:42 left to go here. 7-0. Regina with the lead. There's a shot by Neely Taylor. Puck in along the far boards. Deflected back. And trying to lift it into the far corner. Racing back to get it is Jazaki. Jazaki back behind her own goal. Jazaki. There's a collision. 2 players got tangled up. Puck in along the near boards. Held in. Chaffron with the shot into the slot. Another shot deflected back. 1 minute, 13 seconds left to go. Connors trying to bring it ahead. Now grabbed, racing ahead with it. Northville has it as Karadimas goes down in along the near boards. As Regina trying to fire it back. That will be icing with 59.3 seconds left to go. 7-0. Regina with the lead. Under a minute left to go here. Winner advances to play on Wednesday. Check out everything at MGHSHL. Just do a search for that in Google. You'll find the website and be able to check out scores and more, as well as the brackets. Puck, top of the near circle. Johnson trying to hold it in. 53 seconds left. Puck outside the near circle. Into the near corner. Trujillo with it. Trujillo trying to move it out. Still battling in the near corner. Now that puck comes outside the near circle. Regina trying to get it out of the zone. Now back into the neutral zone. Chipped ahead as Tomzik has it. Now that puck all the way back, coming in with it. Chaffron outside the near circle. Chaffron pull back, whistle with 27.3 seconds left to go. Penalty to Northville. Tripping the call. That and 27.3 seconds left. Penalty there. I believe that's Karadimas. I'm not sure they're going to put it up on the board. 26 seconds left. Wright has it. Top of the near circle. Shot got blocked. Good defense by Northville. Puck into the near corner. Trying to pull it around his Gallon. That puck swept all the way outside the far circle. As coming in with it. There's a shot and a save. It's a good save by Mavinek. 10.2 seconds left to go. Northville making this game go the entire time. Good battle to keep it going hard. That puck into the near corner. 7 seconds. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds. 4, 3. There's a shot that deflects. 1. And that will do it as Regina wins 7-0. And they will advance. And they will play on Wednesday. After today, we'll know exactly who plays who. Northville, valiant attempt. They were able to win their way to today, but couldn't quite get past Regina despite a valiant effort. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. We will be back at 2 o'clock in 26 minutes for Grosse Pointe North versus St. Mary's SCA. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your day.